Welcome back to Mainframe. This is John. Tonight we're going to play The Cursed Forest. The house is dark, it's quiet. Let's play something a little spooky. Try a walking sim. Well, this is a remake. This is a remastered of something I played back in 2014, I think, 2015. And I didn't even know this thing existed. So sit back, relax. It's going to be new to me. Let me turn the volume up so everybody can hear it. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. And let's begin. Ooh, something ominous. No, he's gonna crash. What the hell was that? I tell you, haunted teddy bears and dolls will do you in every time. That looks like a, what, upside down bucket in the rain. Dude, where's my car? I remember the demo. There's this little black entity that leads the way. So I was scared to stay out in the open. I have a feeling that someone is watching me. Right from the trees, the way through the cliff seems like a good idea. Should allow me to get off of here faster and stay unnoticed. When I tried to traverse the cliff, one of the stones fell on my leg. Ooh. It's like this place itself won't let me leave. My leg isn't damaged, but the stone has pinned my leg pretty badly. I have to free my leg before something else falls. That happened over here. There's a bridge. Hey, John. Yeah, I think we'll see if it is. I mean, I played the demo a long time ago. I didn't even know this one was out. It's been a few years, too, so I'm pretty sure there's been a few people that have seen it already. I haven't, though. I mean, I remember the demo, but that was a long time ago. 10 years? Ever since I started researching and writing about abandoned places, there's always been one in particular that I've wanted to visit. I've heard many stories about the place, everything from cars mysteriously breaking down as they try to pass through, to travelers venturing into the forest never to be seen again. Then there's the tales about the settlement itself. The people that lived there were building a railroad until one day they all disappeared without a trace. The incident has almost been forgotten now, discarded as an urban legend. A ghost story to keep children from straying too far into the woods. Now I have the opportunity to finally visit the areas, and who knows, maybe I'll even solve the mystery of what happened there. When I first entered the settlement, I couldn't believe how many things had been left behind. Whole homes abandoned with all the family's belongings still inside. I find it hard to believe that these people would have left all their worldly possessions of their own free will. I feel as if every step I take leads me closer to discovering the truth. Still, no matter how exciting I find my discoveries, I feel uneasy in this place, as if I'm being watched. On the outskirts of the settlement territory, I have made an incredible find, a set of altars. They look older than anything in the village, as though they were here long before the settlers were. Out of curiosity, I lit one of them. Well, this is a save. Okay, then. Yeah, see, there's this little black wispy thing that goes way ahead. See, it's way up there. I guess we could follow it. See, it went straight ahead, but there's this trail here. Let's check this out. Alright, I want to... Ooh, what's going on? I want to see what's down here. Oh, just another way to the cabin? Or maybe. Wait, that's the path we were on. There was a strange atmosphere in the settlement today. The people seemed more subdued and silent than usual, although it could have been a projection of my own foreboding. Sarah's predicament plays on my mind, so much so that out of the corner of my eye I could swear I saw her sitting in my room. But when I looked, of course, she was not there. I will need to approach her father about his attitude towards her. He is a harsh leader and no different in his parenting. While the villagers seem enraptured by his vision, I am less convinced that, and find it hard to trust his words as certainly as the others. Although the streets were quiet today, in the night they seemed to have come alive. When I left my house, the inquiry as to the commotion of the noise faded into nothingness, as though it had never existed in the first place. Tomorrow I will have to be braver and speak to Sarah's father, then perhaps the feeling of unease will leave me, and the inexplicable things that have been happening here will show themselves to be nothing but a fracture of my own nervous mind. Okay, so Sarah's got father issues. Okay. Okay, so we got okay, so this is where we're at. I guess this is the way we came in. Alright, so there's a deadly fish. We got a rabbit. We got a deer thingy. That's where we came in. So there's two trails behind it and one this way. Let's go this way. We'll do the little deadly fish thing. When I was younger, an older boy told me a story about a creature that lived in the lake. He swore that while out walking, he had looked towards the distant shoreline and saw a red glow, softly radiating from within the water. The boy took off his shoes and cautiously waded inward to get a better view. But as he got closer, it rapidly started toward him. Startled, he backed out of the water to the safety of the land. Emerging from the spot he had just occupied, the boy glimpsed bright red scales, a shark-like jaw, rows of ragged, sharp teeth. After having recounted his tale, I told the boy that I didn't believe him, that nothing so monstrous could be in creation. In response, he retrieved from his bag an old book, flipping to a well-thumbed page that showed a hand-drawn picture of a grotesque-looking catfish. It was not the creature he had seen, but proof that nature could be more hideous than anything I've ever imagined before. I went home in tears, and my father berated me for believing in such foolish make-believe stories. Even now, although I know I cannot be true, some part of me believes that such a creature exists, perhaps hiding in a cave deep below the water's surface. Sometimes it haunts my dreams. In them, I am the boy swimming out into the lake I see beneath me, coming towards me, but I am powerless to move. When it grabs my leg in its jaws and drags me into the depth, I feel no pain, only the sense of relief that comes from succumbing to the inevitable. It's strange. You'd think that I would say stay away from the lake, but more than ever I find myself drawn, hoping to catch a glimpse of the mysterious creature from my nightmares. Well, that's him. I'm not sure if I want to go, but let's try it. That it? That's a frog. Well, do we go for it? So far, so good. Oh, shit. Here we go. Well, that's not a good sign. I don't know what we picked up, but we picked up something. Let's go. Okay, so we did the scary fish thing. Look at this knife. Look at this. All right, so let's go up the hill, past the cabin, and go to the right for the rabbit. Looks like a rabbit. Look at that grin. I have the hatchet. Okay, that way is the rabbit, and that way is the, I guess, scary deer thingy. Guess we got rune writing. Maybe druid. Yeah, see, there's a little black wispy thing. Father never liked my frequent trips into the forest. As a deterrent, he used to tell me tales of feral wolves that roamed through the trees, hunting in packs and ripping apart any animal or human they encountered. To this day, I believe that the wolves were nothing more than stories told by an overbearing parent because I never saw, heard, or sensed their presence. I think that's because the forest has always been a beautiful and peaceful place to me. Exactly the way I imagined it for my books, not the dangerous place I was told existed beyond the tree line. Every step I take into the forest highlights its beauty. The sweet-smelling flowers and harmony of singing birds and squirrels that jump skittishly from one tree to another, and even the insects that find their haven amongst the varied plants. One particular sunny day, I was walking into the forest when I heard a noise from the bushes. It was not the rustling of wind or leaves, but something lurking in the undergrowth. My mind, though normally calm amongst the trees, immediately jumped to thoughts of wolves waiting to pounce. I took a cautious step back, and as though it had suddenly seen its chance to escape, a rabbit jumped from underbrush and bolted from it for its hole. The next day I returned with the carrot for the rabbit and placed it in front of its home. Within 30 minutes it reappeared, sniffing the food cautiously. We have a carrot, so look at these, the coat of shining, silvery gray. Patch, the rabbit's bravery is short-lived. Comfort, presence of humans made it easy for the target. What? Supposed to put a carrot there? I have a carrot. Let's put the carrot there. What is this, the rabbit from Monty Python? Run away! We good? You got your carrot? Yeah, we're good. Good to see it. What do it give me? It gives me an arm. Well, we got a chicken wing or something out of the deal. Here's another save point. Go this way. Okay. Oh, we just saw something run across that way. What do you got? A bridge over here, something down there, and we got this wispy stuff. Yan told me that there is a cave hidden in the forest where many years ago thieves from the city hid precious contraband. When they were caught, the cave was searched and the valuable items were confiscated and removed. As I knew of a few interesting stories about this area, I pestered Yan for every detail he knew. We searched the cave for weeks with only a vague idea as to its location. Eventually, on one of our many rambles into the forest, I found it exactly as it had been described, the boulders flanking either side of the entrance, the hanging ivy partially obscuring the hole in the rock face, the fallen log perched precariously above it. I wanted to go inside, but the daylight only penetrated a few feet into its depth. Well, that leaf scared me. The illogical thought that maybe something precious had been left behind in there. Jewels that had fallen into a crack in the floor and gone unnoticed, money that had been hidden extra securely amongst the stalagmites and had not been found, gold pieces buried under a thin layer of dirt on the floor. Yeah, let's go check it out. Jan convinced me not to go in. The ground was slippery and uneven, and without a light to guide our way, we could get lost in the branching tunnel. I never returned to explore. I think that's for the best. If I'd entered the cave, it would have been empty and only filled with my disappointment. Since I never went back, in my mind, it remains an untouched cavern filled with riches, a room of lost, glittering treasure, a precious memory. So this guy's got an active imagination. Well, I guess that's up this way. Okay, we got somebody running around up there. That's a long way down. Can I get over there? Okay. Just went around. Oh, we go up here? I was gonna say we just went around in circles. Oh, this is that bridge area where that dude we saw ran across. I'm guessing. Oh, we got a little ways to go here. Going around in circles here? What do we do? And we got another chicken wing. So I got 3 of 6. get back this way? Are we going to slide down again? I'm going to head back to the house. Okay, that's the way back to the cabin, right? That was the split in the road. Okay. We're going to follow that. Did we read this yet? Go to the house. But I want to see what's up there. Who's throwing axes? Someone's throwing the axe. Okay, what's going on with my dude? There's somebody sitting there. Is somebody snoring? Is that me? What am I, entombed? It looks like Zen from Half-Life. Alright, so we got a bunch of people worshiping some dude or person on an altar. Looked like a hand reaching out to grab my leg. Looks like some kind of portal. People being sucked into it. Yeah, look at that. Giant pointy-eared or point-horned creature. Does my boy get a shotty? I don't think so. Stuck. Can I get out of this? I'm gonna die here. Okay, so let's not do this again. Oh, and the game just crashed. Hold on a second. I'm just scared the crap out of me, and the game crashes. Well, it's an older title. We'll reboot, and get to the latest save. Yeah, this is from 2019, but it's I think it's a remastered of a much older game. I remember 2015. We'll try this one. If not, we'll load the autosave. Yeah, Sticks and Rocks affair, you know. I tell ya, I don't get a shotty in this one. Well, I was there walking in the forest and came across a magnificent deer. Its antlers were so big that his head bowed. With his head bowed, I took them for fallen tree limbs. If only I had brought my gun. Yeah, see, I need a gun. He would have made an excellent trophy. By tomorrow, I will return to the same place in search of him. Did he bring his gun and like die and left it for me? You know, I don't need a shotty. Maybe a 30-30, 30-06. Something with a Bauschem scope. Yeah, I'm not picky. Okay, so what is this 9 3/4 owl thing? Can I jump down? Okay, so this is where it got weird last time. See, I thought somebody was sitting inside the cabin. Let's take a look this time. Yeah, see, look, it's the scarecrow. All right, let the jump scare happen. Have to deal with the snoring. Okay, so this is the autosave. If it crashes again, I'm playing it in a Windows environment. I might let it go full screen and then get past the part if it crashes and then reload it again in this Windows. That's right, I didn't think about that. 9 3/4 and the L for Harry Potter. Is there another way I'm supposed to go? I guess not. Let's do it. Maybe I should run for it. I'm just... Alright, let it happen. Let's see if it crashes again. Yeah, there's that black wispy thing. Let's follow it again. Oh, you want me to jump down? All right, let's go this way. We go this way? Yeah, well, this wasn't here before, right? Let's keep going up. Whoa, is that what they want me to do? Maybe I can crawl down. See, look. Whoa. I don't know. Should I save and then jump? No, I can't save. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something by not diving in. I'm gonna... Roy, you're not... All right, whatever. Let's go. There are more of these curious altars scattered around. When lit, the fire gives off a warm glow, and the power within them spark to life. It's as though the ignited flames release something within them. It sounds strange, but standing in the flickering light fills me with a sense of power, and even though I am trapped in this terrible place, for a moment I feel safe. I believe the altar's energy are interconnected and grow stronger with each lit flame. I cannot say the longer I reside within the forest, the more terrible it becomes, and the time is running out. Every moment, this place is changing and adapting to my presence. I feel as though I am sitting in a pot of water that is slowly being brought to boil. Okay, this... You're drowned. Right? Or quicksand. But what is this? Looks like some kind of fountain between two rocks. Jump in the quicksand. He got us from behind. Or what? Am I hanging upside down in a tree? I guess we're supposed to get the glowy thing. Okay, so we got 4 of the 6. I think that's an altar. I have lived here all my life, playing in the fields under the watchful eye of scarecrows. My neighbor, an old man whose name I do not recall, used to spend a lot of time in his garden. He was a settler with a violent skin condition that meant most of his life was spent alone and away from the comfort of others. As he sowed his small plot of land, he spoke in hushed tones to his scarecrow, and I began to notice that the other villagers purposely looked away when he did this. One day, passing the old man, conversing with the straw one, I grew suddenly bold. "Do you believe the scarecrow will speak back?" I asked. "It's not wise to say such things, little girl. A scarecrow cannot talk." He smiled darkly. "However, the same cannot be said of what is living inside it. It grows stronger every day, and as it waits, it watches. Nothing can stop it. I suggest that you don't try to stand in its way." His face grew suddenly ashen, and he spoke again to the scarecrow. "No, I didn't. She's harmless. She won't tell anyone, will you?" He grew more and more frantic, his hands reaching out to grab me, to beg me to keep a secret that I didn't understand. I ran. The next day, the old man was found dead. His garden quickly started to rot, as though the land had been poisoned. Soon after, I contracted a dreadful fever. As I lay awake, tossing and turning, I looked out of my window and saw a scarecrow passing up against the glass. I hid under the covers and eventually fell into a restless sleep. When I woke up, he was gone, but from the point on, I have always felt his eyes watching me from the fields. He helps me follow everyone, Mr. Strawhead is a very good friend. Oh, so now we're friendly with the straw man? Oh, wait, it got really foggy here, didn't it? Which way is out? I'll follow these. That looks like a trap. Right? Did I just die? Yeah, I did. Stay out of the water. All right. Which one, left or right? Okay, yeah, let's go this way. I see another post. That's it. We made it out of the swamp. All right. Cool. This way, though. Okay, yeah, so we came out of the swamp. Now we gotta go, I'm assuming, up these trails here. I don't know. Yeah, we came down here, bounced around and got there, but we haven't gone this way or this way, right? This way doesn't look very inviting. Didn't this guy say he was going to come back with his gun and take that thing out? Or is this just some kind of dead end? Oh, look at this emoji. Can we go up here? Looks like a thing up here. Maybe not. Alright, we got another little cabin in the woods. Well, the game saved. I don't see anybody in the window. We got a boot. Our leader asked me not to touch him. He said that making him disappear would evoke unwanted attention. What all Yan has brought to our settlement so far is trouble. I remember when he first came to us. He used to make trips into the city, which wasn't normal to any of us. Our settlers don't need people like him, but out of kindness, we gave him a chance. I tried to invite him to my house for supper cooked by my wife. I thought that meeting him eye to eye would get to know him better, and with an acquaintance he would become better accustomed to our lifestyles. He refused my invitation, then I invited him hunting. Even this he criticized, telling stupid stories about his past and how he had decided never to take the life of an animal for sport. Yeah, but you're going to eat the thing, sustenance. My dislike for him grows by the day. I wasn't fooled for a moment by his innocent facade. Jan came to us pretending to be a saint, but everyone has their sins. Soon he will learn that the past never truly stays in the past. When we were together, he attempts to turn the conversation towards our leader, trying to steal information out of me about his family. It unnerves me. He may be untouchable for the moment, but that will very quickly change once we had completed the ritual, when the sinners will get what they deserve. So they're gonna sacrifice this dude? Is that the deal? Or they sacrificed him? Yeah. Do I really want to go in here? That looks like a creature in the attic. can't believe my luck. I found the rune stone. See, there's all these rune stones. Very last element needed for the ritual. And as a reward, our glorious leader thanked me personally and made me his keeper. In his wisdom and kindness, he also gave me a small house near the lake. Aww. Which is much more pleasant than my previous home. Soon, we will wash this land of sin while the weak-willed seek redemption in depth and the promise of a different, perfect world. We are fighting to make our earthly realm that heaven. With our help, the people here will become perfect specimens of humanity, unspoiled entities, cleansed of depravity. The sea takes a shard of jagged glass and washes it smooth. So too shall we shape this world into one of our own creation. And I will be among the chosen, forging the way. Change is coming, and I shall be one of the leading architects of the future. Mazel tov. Shit, I'm trapped. Anything gonna stand there? Okay. Now what? I'm gonna swim across? I guess we're headed there. See, so that way, left or right? Let's go left. I don't see any trails, just, okay, so it's pretty shallow. Really? So we're gonna get squished, is that the deal? Is that a path up, or is that just... We're out of here. All right, 1st of October, I spent all month cramped in my small room with a soldering iron working on my radio receiver. The last student project doesn't have to be submitted until April, so I'm way ahead, which is why I agreed to go camping with some friends. We're all from the city, so taking a vacation outdoors should be an unforgettable trip, hopefully for all the right reasons. Yuri says that he has found an interesting place to set up camp. So everything is ready, and I'd better start packing for my meeting with nature, October 25th. It's the first day of the trip, and we've already failed. We couldn't buy any booze. In the shop, the seller said that we were too young. We had no choice but to awkwardly buy a bunch of lemonade. Luckily, Simeon brought a huge flask with him that should make the lemonade more interesting. These guys, college kids or high schoolers? 26th October, we made camp and set up a campfire, but before that, we went to wet our feet in the river. After so many hours in the small car, it was great to be out in nature. This place has a lot of creepy urban legends. Lots of them about people disappearing. Nikolai told us some scary stories about black houses with black coffins. It might just be because of too much lemonade, but I'm starting to feel strangely uncomfortable in this place. Still, it's just my imagination. Nothing can happen to me yet. I still have exams to pass. Okay, the 27th. Ludmilla, Rustin, and whatever, drank way too much. They covered a beautiful looking stone monument in empty lemonade bottles. I think the students from our archaeology club would die for the chance to see this thing. Looks like a really ancient altar. The forest itself is incredibly dense. I almost broke my neck tripping over some roots. I swear the trees are doing it on purpose. In the evening, I found a weird ladder leading somewhere, but we're all so exhausted that we've decided to explore it later. 28th, I thought a trip would be in the perfect time to tell Ludmilla about my feelings for her. Aww. But of course, Rustem hasn't let me get a moment alone with her. He's cock-blocking you, buddy. It's so typical of him. He seems to get any girl he wants, and the moment any of us show interest, he claims them for himself. I didn't want him on this trip with us. He always ruins everything. He's a good friend, and Yuri though, so I couldn't tell anybody about how I feel. October 29th, we killed the guy. Oh. Georgie came back from his walk in the forest absolutely frantic and panicking. He said that he'd seen a ferocious looking creature between the trees with glowing eyes. Probably that rabbit. Rustin tried to laugh it off. He told Georgie that he must have drank too much. Rustin, being the huge show-off that he is, has gone into the forest to look for it. The girls tried to stop him, but he had his mind set on being a hero. Aww. I can't believe this is happening. It all happened so fast. Rustin came back. He was covered in blood. He was crawling towards us, screaming at us to run. Everybody ran as fast as they could from the camp. But it was so stupid. The nearest city is 100 kilometers from here. We all got separated, and now I'm alone and lost in this awful place. I'm leaving these notes dotted around like breadcrumbs, hoping that a rescue group will find them. Please don't give up searching for us. I'm trying to stay hopeful, but I don't know if I can survive the nightmare. Why did we come here? Because you're after that chick, dude. You wanted to impress her. That Yuri's shirt, Georgie's shirt. What do we have here? We get some more lemonade. Are we all done with the lemonade? You guys cooking a sausage. Can I get the hatchet? Oh, I can. No? Guess not. Alright, well, let's go. Okay, that's the way we came in, right? So, try this way. Look at that smug look on her face. Any more? There's quite a little bit, quite a camp up here. What's this? Yeah, okay. Is this the resistance? Make a run for it. Don't know if I need to do that, but I felt like I needed to. I found an old ruin which offers some clues as to what the events which transpired here. The territory around it is littered with dangerous traps, and now I know why. It appears to be a place of sacrifice. Despite all my years of experience, I have to wonder how this kind of ancient place has remained unknown to us for so long. Whilst exploring the region, I haven't found any indication that the sacrifice ritual was connected to any particular religion or satanic following, which makes the purpose of the sacrifice itself even more obscure and enigmatic. My words, you know. My experience investigating cults and zealous fanatics has consistently found a pattern of erratic disorganization, with followers living poorly and the hierarchy fragile. In contrast, this one seems to have been somewhat stable, which I believe is why they are able to remain self-sufficient and secluded. The clan's framework suggested that followers were not recruited, but indoctrinated from birth, with perhaps no experience or even knowledge of the outside world, creating strong bonds and familial ties between members. Despite this play's sinister feel, the mystery of these people carries me along, and deep within me, I wonder if I might uncover something more than just a history of events that have taken place here. When I finish the investigation, my legacy will be forever remembered in the history as researcher who uncovered the secrets of such an arcane place. Yeah, okay, whatever, pal. Okay, I got a glowy stone. What am I supposed to do with it? Oh, we got another chicken wing. Look, there's a hatchet. No, that's not a hatchet. That looked like a hatchet. Okay, we got 5 of 6 of the bones, I think, right? That stupid thing scared me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, really? Okay, so this is where we were before, alright. Yeah, that bucket looks like a setup. I'm gonna go safe. What am I? Leaving Beauty and the poison apple? These apples are poison. Gee, thanks. Yeah, I kind of had an Indiana Jones feel to it. Well, what am I supposed to do? Just run away? Should we do it again? Can we get the note? Oh yeah, it says that apples are poisonous. All right, so okay, yeah, we jumped down. I can't. Right. The apples. Oh, wait a minute. It was blocked off because of. Yeah, now it's open. Good thing they have the street lamp in the middle of the forest. Yeah, there's the teddy bear. I am so lonely up here, sometimes I feel a toy to play with. I find a toy to play with, and for a while my boredom is subdued. Together we play games to test their worth. They lie, cheat, betray, and do anything to satisfy their own desires. They think of nothing but greed and cowardice, and it makes them so much fun to play with. But my toys are fragile, and my games always seem to break them. Then I am alone again. One day a stronger toy will come. Then the real fun shall start. You know, someone's playing with us. Are we their toy? I don't know if I want to pick that up. Remember the apples? Okay, so we got a teddy. There's save points. All right. What am I supposed to do with this thing? Shit, now what? Look at that emoji. Now we're being haunted by a teddy bear. I'm not sure if that's one of the bones I'm supposed to collect. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna make that. I probably have to go down and around. The situation in the settlement has become worse. I've decided that the time to act resolutely has come. For her sake, for Sarah, tomorrow. I will take her from the settlement and leave as fast as possible. Then I'm going to find a good place for her where she will be able to start a new life. Not this sorry existence around these crazy people, the most dangerous person being her father. Yes, it sounds crazy, like I'm a child abductor. But how can I raise a child with my wife when I can't even help Sarah? Sarah has always personified hope for me. She helped me to not ruin my life. Now it is my turn to fight for her happiness. Only when she is saved, I can live for myself and my family. I will never stop until I save her. Okay, this guy's got some kind of weird obsession. Is this someplace I can save? We got another cabin in the woods. What thing had my teddy bear? Yeah, I saw you. Yeah, I thought the scarecrow was supposed to be helpful, not a creepy thing. People rolling tires at you? While I was researching this place, I found strange drawings on the wall. It seems that these drawings tell a story about an unknown force that revealed information about secret rituals to the humans that lived there many centuries ago. In this ritual, except the rune stones and other preparations, human sacrifice took the biggest role. It was a kind of trade. The sacrifice requires a pure soul, and through this ritual, people could receive a blessing and sacred knowledge in return. But there is an important rule. The offering must desire to sacrifice their soul for the other people's sakes. It was forbidden to make this ritual by force against the sacrifice's own will. It would open a way for an evil spirit that despises humankind and could easily manipulate their weaknesses. It seems that this rule was broken. There must be some reverse ritual that will banish the evil spirit from our world before it becomes too strong. Ah, so they sacrificed, I guess, that dude against his will. Or was it Sarah? I don't know who's been sacrificed, but things haven't been good. Okay, so I guess we're coming this way. There's a outhouse, house, tree, little happy face right there, and then an X. And this looks bad, so don't go this way. There's the bear. Teddy. Little bunny. No one answered the door. That's what we're looking for. Give me the shotty, buddy. Only endless darkness is around me. I loaded my weapon, but I am not sure if it will help me to defend myself from this thing that we awakened. The deer, he didn't look the same as he did during the previous meeting. Once majestic, now he looks like the living dead. With bare skin that makes his insides visible, the evil, lifeless eyes. This animal no longer embodies life and nature, but rather death and darkness. I can see him through the windows. He is watching me from afar, same as I watched him a few weeks ago. I feel concerned, like the animals that I used to hunt, but unlike them, I can choose for myself when I'm going to die. Rustling near my windows distracted me from my thoughts. It wasn't a deer. Somebody else was trying to get inside my house. They're probably at the door right now. What's this? Who's that? What are these little rabbits? Okay, if that isn't as creepy as fuck, dude. Okay, what am I supposed to do with this dude? The shoddy? Well, apparently not. Okay, look around. I'm supposed to give him something? Put a carrot? Make rabbit stew? What am I doing here with this guy? Okay, I can't touch the shoddy. What's over here? Oh, look. There's another rabbit. Look out the window. Let's try to get out the door. Well, that's creepy as fuck, dude. I'm okay with that. Okay, so what is it? Alright, whatever. Can we get out of here now? Can we go home now? Okay, I got 2 of 5 of those. I've got 5 of the 6. Okay, that's why we came in. I guess we have to go this way. Oh, look at that. Alright, so we got traps now we gotta watch out for, huh? In my childhood, I learned two lessons. The first I learned from my father. He taught me a simple rule that you need to fight for happiness. And his fight would not be heroic like it's told in my books, for happiness needs to be fought for with fists, and one must be ready to sink their teeth into it. The second lesson I came to understand by myself via life throwing me together with doubtful people. There are people that are used to living in the swamp and they will drag you there with them. Or you can liberate them from such dilapidated lives. For this purpose, you need to be their friend. You only need to be able to control them. At a young age, I was leader of different social groups. We positioned everybody to be afraid of us and made even the stronger kids scared. We supported each other and were strong like a wall. But despite this, it was difficult to tell that we were friends. In my older age, I controlled people that tried to use me. I was always more cunning and could control them through their lies. I positioned them to think that they were in control of the situation so that I could make their vigilance weaker, so that in the end I was the one who controlled them. Control issues. I am not complaining about my young age. On the contrary, it was pretty bright and allowed me to grow into a hardened character that people need later in their lives. Unfortunately, I was never really close to people. Friend for me is just a word. They're more like minions to me. To talk. Yep. I thought I heard somebody walking up on us. This guy, I'm surprised he hasn't broken an ankle or something. During all my years, I could easily control other people's lives, but I never really handled my own. Only she felt real to me. Our relationship was like something out of a romance novel. She was like me, a strong person, but lost. We were evolving with our relationship and becoming stronger, but because of my idiotic character, it all fell apart. I tried to resist, but my nature was too strong. I was taking her under my control. I couldn't be happy enough with her affection. I wanted her to become completely mine. I wanted all her thoughts and emotions to be under my control. We started to separate, but Sarah's birth made our love tight again. Unfortunately, it was short-lived, as my wish to control things was projected to my daughter also. My wife was too kind to her. Our daughter is a bright person, but fragile for this cruel world. I didn't want this world to swallow her and change her as it happened with me. This is why I did all that I could to protect her. The choice to protect her held me away from my beloved one. We became strangers to each other, and I started to search for my soulmate in other women. Oh, this dude's kind of like screwed up. Whatever. Let's get out. Oh, we got the teddy. Where the hell am I? We're just gonna head for the light. What the hell? Oh, and I stepped into one of the bear traps. Oh, now I gotta start watching where I step, huh? Okay. People say the only way by losing something you can understand how important it is, what it was to you. I came to understand these words through a very sad experience. When my beloved died, all our happy moments came back to haunt me. My love for her was boiling as strong as it was during our first date, but it was too late. In her last moments, I felt like a useless worm. I tried to retain the image of a strong leader. For my people and for Sarah's sake, I needed to show them that I could stand strong on my own 2 feet. But inside my heart was broken and I felt wasted. I couldn't do anything instead of watching how my wife was slowly dying. When our relationship became weaker, I searched for a new love and started dating another woman instead of fighting for our happiness as I promised. I feel very ashamed and I couldn't change myself for her, not give up on her. Then she left me and Sarah. After I lost my wife, hatred consumed me. Hatred on this incomplete world that changed me, made me such a monster and took from me the most important person in my life. But I will not let this world take Sarah too. I will save her. I made 2 promises. The first is to take care of Sarah and not allow this corrupt world to break her spirit. Second is to never give up and not let anyone control me. I am ready to challenge the entire world and change it, no matter how it will cost me. All right. This guy's Rambo, doesn't even know it. All right. I gotta watch out for traps. In addition to research rituals, I've also tried to reveal the spirit's origin, what his target, from where he has appeared. Who is he? Unfortunately, instead of answers, I only found more questions. If only I could know more about him. Maybe that would give me a tip on how to resist him. I can only find a few facts about him. He despises humans, thinking that he is higher than us. He feels our weaknesses, how fragile we are, and he knows how easily we can be broken by our own emotions and feelings. The strongest and best of us have piqued his interest, as these people symbolize the greatest things inside us, which he seeks to corrupt the most. The rest of my findings consist of my own weak theories. I hypothesize that the spirit was once human and, corrupted by his cruel world, became a creation obsessed with revenge. Or perhaps it was a godlike creature tricked by humans that craved power and imprisoned by them. Maybe our human nature of selfishness and will for power and control has caused him to despise us so greatly. I will make hundreds of theories like these, but what's the point? Such thoughts don't yield me any results, and my racing mind has made me begin to wonder what point there is in so desperately fighting for survival. When thinking clearly, I remember that I care more about my legacy than my life, and for this I will keep fighting. Yeah, okay, whatever. Oop, traps. Gotta watch out for traps. Oh, what do we got? Two there? What are you doing? Yeah, we're out of here. Let's go. Ooh, almost got me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. If I died and that's not a loading thing or not part of the game, I would be disappointed. What are we doing? Predator traps here now? What's that? Do I want that? Oh. Yeah, I gotta be careful. There's pitfalls. Let's try up here first. I'll let you guys read that. I'm tired of reading. Let's see. I remember the first time I met him, he had a strong will and an admirable strength, but at the same time, he was a especially romantic person. He used to pay attention to the natural beauty of the world. He was smart and well-read. I fell in love with him like a teenage girl. It was like I found my perfect type of man, but after our wedding, what seemed to be a perfect life became a nightmare. He changed, acted like I belonged to him. I tried to control everything, and the things that he couldn't control angered him. He lived with a philosophy that this personal rules are the only right ones and everybody should obey onto them. The most terrible thing that I noticed is the strong independence and will that I had in my young age was completely demised. But something still kept me with him. Despite that, I'd feel better when he was not around. Did I lock up? We got a soft lock? Oh shit. Alright. What am I doing here? Am I going for a dive? But after a complete dark of light of reappearing, this light was our daughter, Sarah. She was a great child. I am so proud that even under my husband's severity, she still keeps strong and represents all the good sides that you can find in people. She is very honest and kind. She always seems to perceive this world as art. I'm so very proud of her. My love for Sarah gives me momentary chances not to notice how my husband is changing to the bad side. Unfortunately, my health doesn't permit me to be with Sarah for very long at a time. As I would have wanted, all the time that's left I will use to help Sarah prepare for life when I am not around any longer. I hope my husband will take good care of her and make her happy. All right, so jumping in and go around. But see, I don't see any bridge over there. I guess we have to go this way. That way. Okay, down and around. Look at this. Another one. Kind of makes me feel unwanted here. Another one. There's two more. Last few weeks have been very rough. We started preparing for the day that will change everything because of Yan and a few settlers that doubt my plan. Ritual preparations are becoming harder. I have sent a few loyal followers to watch them and keep them on distance. Unfortunately, because of my preparations, I can't spend as much time with Sarah as I would have liked. I understand that there is no need to be sad, and I hope she does too. Sarah will not leave me. Because of the mission that Sarah's destiny has prepared for her. When the ritual is complete, we will spend even less time together, but she will be happier. I am going to fix all my mistakes. I will let my daughter fly freely from the nest. I will stop controlling her and let her make this world a better place. Okay, so everybody's trying to screw everybody over and Sarah gets to go free. Oh, wait a minute. About it. What am I supposed to do now? Go fishing? Oh, looks like the water drained out. The boot. There's a village down there. This video will get copyright struck because of that song. Watch. Okay, I don't know what I just picked up. I don't know if I should still be worried about bear traps. What the hell's going on here? Looking bad. Sarah is scared. She doesn't understand what is going on, but I don't blame her. She always was naive. Good thing I always knew what I must do. It was my decision to stay in this place after the railroad was finished. When I found those ancient ruins, I started to hear this voice, a voice that guided me and helped me to make my decisions. With his help, I learned of the ritual that will save this world. My daughter Sarah will be our beacon of hope. After her resurrection, she and her pureness will recreate our world and fix all the mistakes that drew it into the abyss. I am a prophet and Sarah is our hope. Soon the results of my work will grow and the harvest of our efforts will improve this world. Well, there's the Indiana Jones hat, John. At least I don't have to worry about bear traps anymore. I think I do. And the bear is gone. The teddy bear. Oh, good. Another note to read. Could have gone in the front door, but I don't want to. Oh, looks like another pitfall. Yeah, they're fighting over the toys. Whatever. The hell is that? That was a rat. That was a rat. All right. Hmm. You're right. Didn't even give me a chance to get across. Is that one of the poison apples? Okay, we're on the other side of. Not sure where I'm going, but we're going. Okay, that startled me. Am I going over the edge? Ruined a perfectly good suit. Alright, I gotta find one more. Now. Is that it? I need one more. I think. Okay, now poop scare. It looks like some kind of bear needing to take a piss, who's holding it with a porcupine. I don't know if this is a lost lead or what. Oh, we haven't gone up here. And I died. Another one? Well, the game's saved, so there must be something up here I can use. Aha. Oh, you gotta be... Yeah. Okay, I was weak, I was arrogant. I'm gonna pick up a doll's leg. Oh, look who it is. Okay, I got a leg, an arm. I need a wing. I saw you out there. Yeah, what do I do? Sew this thing together in the sewing machine? Is that it? Nope. What do I do? Throw it in a pot of stew? Who just leaves cash hanging out on the shelf? Well, we're getting quite a collection here. Is that Sasquatch? Bigfoot? Sassfoot? Squatch Sass? Is that Sarah? Yeah, here we go. Big squatch. I like sassfoot better. Or squatchfoot. Big sass. Yeah, big sass is a good one. Well, that's it. Thanks for sticking through with this, John. The Cursed Forest. If you want to get yourself a copy of the game, it's available over at Steam. Posted a link down below in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help. And I hope you have a good weekend. I will be on tomorrow. We'll play something a little more action-packed. So with that, have a good night, good morning, good evening, depending on what it is, where you're at. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help, and I do appreciate it. So you have a good night. Thank you, John. Bye-bye.